とらわれのイリュージョン惹かれ合う想いどこに出口のないマネージュ深く深い名無原で救い出してあげるからねこの夢は夢の形で終わらせたくないふりへ星瞬いた夜私の手の中にある小さなルミエルあなたの道をいつも照らし続けるよ
幻想マネージュ。
夢うつつに重なる姿とらわれのイリュージョン惹かれ合う想いどこに出口のないマネージュ深く深い名無原で救い出してあげるからねこの夢は夢の形で終わらせたくないふりへ星瞬いた夜私の手の中にある小さなルミエルあなたの道をいつも照らし続けるよ
幻想マネージュ。
夢うつつに重なる姿とらわれのイリュージョン惹かれ合う想いどこに出口のないマネージュ深く深い名無原で救い出してあげるからねこの夢は夢の形で
Hello, hello, hello.
幻想マネージュ
I know, When was the last time? Oh dear. Feels like it's been like 3 weeks, even though it probably hasn't. Let me take a look. Why can't I just go back to my channel? Question mark. Hello everybody! Yes, we are going to be playing French the game. Uh, 5 days ago. The 20th? Really? I mean, technically Wednesdays are my day off anyway. Technically it's been 4 days. Well, nope. I can count. Hold on, give me a second. Been 3 days. There we go. Before we start, let me just do some not necessarily housekeeping, but I guess some updates. It's been 84 years. I'm so sorry. I did not mean to leave you guys alone. It's because plans got messed up, and then I got confused, and then I started doing other things, and then every time I look up, it's already like 8 o'clock, and I'm like, God damn it, I forgot to stream. So, and there were times I did remember before it was time. But then I was like, oh. What do you mean? Does quick save not work? Well, I guess it's not the same. Yeah, that's right, it's not the same. But as I was saying, so yeah, that's basically what happened. You know me and my memory hits ass cheeks, so I just want to tell you guys the plan for this week. I was going to do a schedule, but then discuss some stuff with Mama Ekri, and it'd probably be best if I didn't. So today, tomorrow, I will stream. Tuesday, I'm not too sure about, but maybe. Depends on how long it takes on Tuesday. And then Wednesday is my day off. And then, as you guys know, Thursday, I will not be here because of IRL stuff. And then Friday, Saturday, I won't make any promises because it is the day after. Well, the day and the day after. Day after? Whatever. It works. Of Thursday, which is a very not so great day. So I won't make promises for those days, but if I do find an opportunity, then I will let you know, either by going live or telling you before going live. So just keep that in mind for this week. There won't be a schedule. I will probably try to do at least one game from last week that I didn't do. Just have to remember what that was. I know Saturday was supposed to be Cyberpunk. And then I think Thursday was supposed to be game dev work and yapping. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then Tuesday was supposed to be a day everything. So you know what? I think I could bring... Actually, you know what? I think I'll do Long Gone Days instead. Even though that wasn't on the schedule. I did want to do Long Gone Days on Monday of last week, but As you guys saw, it was an IRL day and I didn't get home until like 11. Okay, Cyberpunk 100% did it. Now I can finally rest. You wanna 100% it for me? No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. But yeah, I think with Cyberpunk, I need to do it like a week-long thing. Well, hold on, let me rephrase that. Not necessarily like every day for the week, but at least like twice or thrice a week. Because I need to like remember all the controls and whatnot. It's very easy to forget it if I'm only doing it once a week. So maybe like twice a week might be good. Alright, I'm pretty sure some of you were here when I did play the demo for... Oh god. I know I have it here somewhere. When I first played Genso Manazu. Manazu. Oh god. Manazu. It's gonna have a lot of French words in it, and I still have some written down from last time. But we're going to be going farther than what the demo had. Oh, this is gonna be fun. It's like I'm punishing myself. France? Yeah, France! Literally, this game, this visual novel, is chock full of French. Oh my god, the sky was gray? Okay, so that's... that. Oh no, that's the auto. Stop, stop, stop. I don't know why it doesn't show that, but on my quick save. No, no, turn that off. I don't want it. Yes, keep her sprite, touchscreen, no. Oh, please, speed it up, please. Yes, please turn that on. Sound. I think the sound is fine. Not too loud, not too quiet. Turn that up a little bit, though. I want y'all to hear, like, the full effect of their voices. Gotta go, can't go to France. What do you mean you can't go to France? You went to France yesterday? Oh, what did you do in France? Oh, actually, you know what? Speaking of, I was playing so I finally got my hands on a visual novel. Grocery shopping. Oh my god, bro's like, I went to France to go grocery shopping. The fact that y'all in Europe can just do that, you can just go to a whole other country just to go shopping, is crazy. But I finally got my hands on a visual novel that I wanted, Despair Drops. And not to give too much away about it, but basically it's 7 criminals on the run all throughout Europe. So you started in Italy, and then for a few chapters you were in Switzerland, and I'm finally up to the chapter where you're now in France. So yeah, you just go all around Europe trying to escape getting caught by the police. But I've been really enjoying the overall story of Despair Drops. Characters, on the other hand, like they're okay, but there's not one character that I'm like, oh yes, I have to have. Like, you know what I'm talking about, right, Ali? When we were doing Birds of You Beyond the Bay, and how you were like, who's that one guy? Like he was so unremarkable that you couldn't even remember his name. It's almost like that, but not at the same time. I mean, I live 45-ish minutes from the French border, so yeah. Pretty casual drive over. And you already forgot him? Honestly, I already forgot who you forgot, so... Wait, was it Kai? I think it might have been. But yeah, so it's more like, not that like they're forgettable, but it's like they haven't impacted me enough that I'm like, oh, I'll remember you. Okay. Anything else I need to change? I mean, if I just do that, it'll make their voices louder automatically, so... Okay! I think we're good now. Yes. Okay, not that button. Oh, hold on. No. No? 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 Oh. Sorry, I'm trying to... Hold on, guys, we're gonna have to restart. Nope, I keep pressing the wrong damn button. Nope, stop. Stop. Because it's supposed to be the balloons, I believe. If I'm remembering right. Okay, here we go. This is what I needed. Okay, change selection. So I'm guessing for choices. Backlog is X. Auto is Y. Oh, skip all held. Okay. Unused. Okay. So the back buttons are unused. Activate skip mode. Quick save. Pause screen. Okay, so that means the buttons are just... I mean, not the buttons. The balloons just don't want to show up for some reason. Okay. Is this France? Yeah. Welcome to the French. Welcome to France. Okay, but we pretty much already experienced this. Hmm? Huh? Why is there...
説明したはずだ。我々に必要だと。
Huh?
奴らに構わず続けろ。
Wait, you guys can hear the voices? I can't. What? Huh? It's so weird. Why can't I hear it? Okay, this is weird. Yes. Yes, please. Because the crazy part is that it did work before. But now I don't know why. Hold on. Let me try Despera. Just to make sure it's not as a whole. Okay. Something funky is happening and I don't like it. Okay, let me see. Sorry guys, apparently it's an issue I did not foresee happening. Okay, hopefully this works. I'm like, oh, it worked before. Why isn't it working now? Is it odd French accent? Well, I mean, I'm just not realizing what you meant. Well, you know, they're Frenchanese. Oh god. Oh no 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 no. Okay, that didn't help at all. Mm, 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 mm. Oh gosh. No, it doesn't have anything like that. Oh my gosh, it's getting worse. Honestly, we might just have to proceed with me not being able to hear the voice acting, which means I'll skip it, a bunch of it, which is not cool. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't think it was gonna be like this. If I knew, I would have tested it earlier. Oh gosh. Okay. Yeah, maybe I might have to. Oh gosh. Ugh.
幻想マネージュ。
夢うつつに重なる姿とらわれのイリュージョン惹かれ合う想いどこに出口のないマネージュ深く深いメイム腹で救い出してあげるからねこの夢は夢の形で終わらせたくないふりへ星瞬いた夜私の手の中にある小さなルミエあなたの道をいつも照らし続けるよ
幻想マネージュ。
夢うつつに重なる姿とらわれのイリュージョン惹かれ合う想いどこに出口のないマネージュ深く深いメイム腹で救い出してあげるからねこの夢は夢の形で終わらせたくないふりへ星瞬いた夜私
幻想マネージュ。
夢うつつに重なる
幻想マネージュ。
なぜこんなことをするんだ。
decided to give up. I can't find a fix for it. Playing exclusively through OBS and not your headphones. No. So the issue is I can hear just fine the background music. The one thing I can't hear is the voice acting, which you guys apparently can hear. And I don't know why I can't hear the voice acting, but I can hear the background music just fine. And there's not a lot in the audio settings that I can change. So I can't even rely on that. And it's not through the Switch console. It is through PC that I'm playing this. Default output for sound. My speakers. Well, speakers in quotations, but it's actually my earbuds. It's a little weird thing with my PC because I tried putting them in the headphone jack, but it wasn't working out. But then when I put it in the speaker area, it worked. It's a bunch of weird stuff. Wait, wait. I think I got it. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. Oh, guys, I think I got it. Oh my god, I got it. Oh, hold on. I gotta let the cat out. Oh no, because I have it muted, that's why. That's why you can't hear it. Because I didn't want you guys to like sit there and go crazy from hearing the background music for so long. Okay. So let's see if you guys can hear them now. You guys heard that? Please say yes, otherwise I'm going to cry. Okay. So I'm guessing somehow when I set my PC back in, they fixed the audio jack for the headphones? Because when I first had it, it was not working. It wasn't just a simple plug-in and it worked. Like, trust me, I tried. Which is why I was using the speaker the whole time. But, hey, if it works, fuck it. Start using this from now on. Alright guys, we're good to go. Even though we spent like nearly an hour trying to fix this. Oh my god. The Frenchness can begin. Okay, let me just close all this stuff first. Audio ports were probably not connected to the motherboard before he sent it in. Probably. Because I definitely tried. I even like asked my mom, I was like, can you help? Because I don't understand what the hell is going on. And even she was like, I don't know, this shit busted. Well, she didn't say that exactly, but essentially. Oh, finally, we can continue. The man drew a gun. He pulled the trigger. There was a flash, and then smoke coiled out from a barrel. Meanwhile, I've had time to eat dinner. Perfectly timed. You know what? Part of me thinks that maybe you caused it. I think it was your fault, Ollie. The bullet sped toward the fallen young man, only to collide with something else entirely. That something let out a shrill whine as the bullet bore into it. Must have been. He willed it into existence. Tech issue, tech issue. There was another brighter flash of light, one of blinding intensity. For a split second, everything was white. And then darkness. Someone was shouting. I jolted awake. Found myself in my room, rays of the morning sun poking through the curtains. The aroma of freshly bloomed violets drifted through the slightly ajar window, Am I? Something ran down my cheek. I reached up to touch it and felt something wet. Tears. I'm crying, but why? That dull winter sky flashed across my mind. The image was faint, close to vanishing like smoke in the wind. Still, I knew it was the place I dreamed of. I can't remember much, but it couldn't have been a very good dream. Why else would I be crying? Is it too quiet? A knock came at my door, pulling me out of my trance. Oh, 'cause did it reset? I glanced at the clock on my bedside table. It was well past the time to get out of bed. Yes, sorry. Oh, hold on, I got this. Arnold, I'll get changed and have breakfast soon. I mean, breakfast ready soon. It's oh. Whatever I might have said, embarrassment stole the words from my mouth. I can't believe I slipped through one of my only jobs. I'm really, really sorry. Finally managing to squeeze out an apology, I hurriedly dressed myself. Once I came downstairs, I found food for 3 waiting at the table. The comforting scent of freshly baked baguettes enticed a growl from my stomach. You generally don't pronounce the D in that name so close to Arno. Hey, like I said, I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm not very familiar with French. Alright, I'll of course correct my notes yet again. No. The... Okay. Arno, got it. Good morning, Madame Alice? Or Madame? I mean... I guess Madame? Since it's supposed to be French and not English sounding. Good morning, Madame Alice. I'm sorry I slept in so late this morning. Do I have you to thank for breakfast? Arno, really? Huh. Sorry, it's just... You know us Americans, when we see letters, we think everything has to be pronounced. Arno put down his food, stood up, and pulled out my chair for me. Thank you. Oh, that's okay. I took a seat. Along with the baguettes, several colorful fruits adorned the table. I glanced around the room as if searching for an answer. I'd seen Madame Alice's attempts at cooking before. Well, calling it cooking would have been generous. I can't exactly blame Arno for stopping her, but at least she's trying. You know what, you're right. These French accents really sound strange. Okay. Well, considering we had an entire, hour of ad break, I'm not gonna stop for, the next 2 ad breaks, because, like I said, the whole tech issue thing took way too long. We gotta press forward. This was very much a common spectacle with these two. The Vincents and their little antics were a part of everyday life for me. It's been 7 whole years since I moved in with them. Until I was 10, I lived in Paris with my family, but after nearly drowning in the Seine River, I lost most of my memories. My father lost his life during the incident. Since my mother had already passed due to an illness, I became an orphan. That was when the Vincents took me in. We, including Arno's father, Danielle. Danielle. Daniel. I almost went Danielle. I mean, hey. No shame in that. Had stayed in Paris for some time. 6 years ago, though, Arno, his mother, and I moved here, to Blancbourg. I think? Blancbourg? The shock had put me in a precarious mental state, so the change to a smaller, quieter town was likely for my sake. They never said as much, but I knew. Monsieur Daniel stayed behind on account of his work. I hope he's well. I haven't seen him in a long time. Alright, I need to eat because I actually haven't had breakfast. What time is it? Oh yeah, this is gonna be like my breakfast right now. Oh! Stop escaping me food. I'll turn on autoplay for now. Just so I don't have to click while I'm trying to eat. Ew, coffee. Then let me be a minority, man. Oh.
行ってくる。今日は帰りが少し遅くなるから。まあ、自転車で行ける範囲だけどな。あ、そうだ。
Oh my god. He's got a bike. He produced a flyer from his pocket.
知ってるか？昨日移動遊園地が来たって。お前こういうの好きだったよな。
Oh, sorry. Oh god. Sometimes I forget. Tracking picks up the movement side too. So yes, sometimes I just randomly wiggle for no reason. An amusement park. Oh my god. Her eyes. In Blancbourg. I practically leaped for the flyer and read its contents. Context. Okay, okay. I got this. Him. La foi du Riv. No, Riv is here. Children and adults alike are invited to come and have the time of their dreams. Visit us from April 1st to June 30th. And that marked their location. They were in a forest near the outskirts of town. I don't know. I do like amusement parks, but I'll sit this one out. I don't earn my keep like you do.
何言ってるんだよ。働いてる女の人の方が珍しいし、家事だって立派な仕事だろ。まあ無理強いはしないけど、我慢する必要はないんだからな。
He ruffled my hair. Hey!
もし行ったら遊園地の感想よろしくな。取材することになるかもしれないし。じゃあ、行ってきます。
Stay safe. Arnold hopped onto his bike and sped off to the office. Man be biking. An amusement park here. Of all places. I placed the flyer on my desk and picked up my music box. After I wound up the key, I replaced it on the dresser and watched the horses spin as music began to play. The pastel top turned, glass gems twinkling in the sunlight. A kaleidoscope of colors reflected off of them, whisking me away to a world of fantasy. This little merry-go-round, oh god, hold on. Menage, was all I had left of my father. I was rather fond of it. It reminded me of the Menage in my favorite picture book. Oh god. No, I didn't write this one down. Fuck. I thought I did. Reverend Menage, I think. I'm trying so hard. My father had been an engineer for amusement parks, so we'd often visit them to admire his work. My fascination had begun there. Unfortunately, I was told I'd received this particular trinket 7 years ago. I had no memory of it personally. Still, memory or not, I'd always treasure it. No, I'd always treasured it, and I always would. Maybe I will visit that amusement park. Arno had offered, after all, and I genuinely wanted to go. Alright, chores first. With a renewed sense of motivation, I set about my daily tasks. I finished my work around midday, when the sun was high and left home. Following the map marked on the flyer, I sauntered through town. I couldn't help but grin at the rowdy children. It wasn't every day such events occurred around here, so I empathized with their excitement. The what? She's making up because she don't want to spend money. Sorry. The family turned the corner and promptly left earshot. What's the Heimlin phenomenon? Was she really making that up? The question hung in my mind, but I continued on my way to the forest. As the buildings and bustle faded, the trees grew thicker. Birds chirped atop their branches, and squirrels scurried from limb to limb. The tranquility was contagious. What sort of amusement park is it, I wonder? My heart pounded in anticipation. I took a moment to breathe and calm my nerves before continuing. Wow! There it proudly stood, right at the mouth of the forest. The pastel gate gave way to a large fountain, around which numerous lovely attractions were centered. Even from afar, their craftsmanship was something to behold. I couldn't take my eyes away. The entire affair looked like something straight out of a toy box. I could have sworn I just walked into a picture book. It's all so charming. I've never seen a park like this. I turned to the voice. A girl stood there. Her star-dappled uniform seemed plucked from the same whimsical story as the park itself. Yes, please. I timidly paid the woman for my ticket. Even the tearaway part's a little star. That's so cute. I found another smile sneaking onto my face. The staff lady smiled back, tearing off the stub and handing me the rest. She punctuated the transaction with a wink. The girl gestured for me to enter. I passed through the gate with bated breath. My eyes were drawn at once to the fountain, thoughts buzzing as to how they traveled with such a thing. Elephants, which blew bubbles and sprayed water, adorned the circumference. Children frolicked about, reaching out for the bubbles. Something smells good. The scent caused me to turn my gaze toward the many stalls set up on the right. Upon closer inspection, they were selling all manner of deviously tempting sweets. From from gaufres and pretzels to sugared fruits and cookies. Oof. Warm sandwiches, snacks, waffles. Thank you for the what was it? Translation, that's the word. Oh my god. Thank you for the translation. It's just most stuff I'm just gonna have trouble pronouncing. Because French don't make no damn sense. What do you mean a name spelled Arnaud is Arno? No. Yeah, don't worry. I knew what you meant, don't worry. Warm sandwiches, snacks, ball games, and other diversions also line the counters. Something about these stalls feels off, though. I approached them to investigate. Oh. To my surprise, the booths were being manned by puppets. Perhaps that wasn't the right word. They were automated puppets. Machines known as automatons.
いらっしゃいませ。ご注文をどうぞ。ゴーフルを一つですね。かしこまりました。
Automatons addressed and attended to the customers with pre-recorded phrases. Incredible! Machines with jobs?
オートマタに何か問題でも。
A tall man in uniform suddenly approached me. I knew at once he must have been with the park. This knowledge didn't make his gaze feel any less intimidating, though, or me any less like a frog in the sights of a hungry snake. Oh, no, just never seen one before.
なるほど。オートマタが働いている遊園地は世界広しといえどもここだけだろう。あなたが驚くのは無理もない。だがオートマタは問題なく整備されている。安心して利用するといい。
The man said nothing more. He simply turned on his heels and left. He didn't seem very amused for an amusement park employee. I shook off the awkwardness and returned to browsing the stalls. Cheers suddenly erupted from the fountain. Maybe there's a show going on. I should go look. I headed toward the hubbub, only to find a young man putting on a performance.
メルシー拍手どうも。でも今のはただのボールジャグリングだ。ここから披露するのは一味違うからな。じゃあ一番前で見てる君、好きなフル。
Oops.
私、リンゴが好き。
それはこんなリンゴか。
The boy produced an apple in his hand, seemingly out of thin air.
今度は奥で見てる君に苦手な野菜を聞こう。
He proceeded to materialize an apple, a radish, a mushroom, and a strawberry, which he then began to juggle. The colorfully mismatched ensemble flew through the air and back into his hands with ease. He improvised all that? The crowd only continued to grow.
見えない。
I should probably move. There's plenty more to explore. I offered my spot to the boy behind me and weaved my way back out of the crowd.
ありがとう、お姉ちゃん。
Quietly wishing the child a good show, I soon escaped the fountain area. Next on my list was the area to the left with the teacups. What is that? A costume mascot of sorts strolled by the line of guests waiting for the ride. The lemon-colored, droopy-eared rabbit wore the same uniform as the others and carried a flag with the park's insignia.
みんな、僕と一緒に手拍子してね。
The rabbit began clapping and soon the guests followed suit. On rhythm, he started to move, jump, and spin around the line of people. I could just barely make out a star pattern on the suit beneath his uniform. Huh? So cute.
手拍子ありがとう。そろそろ列が動くから前の人にしっかりついていってね。
Why's she staring so hard? That's the real question. With a wave of his flag, the rabbit left the guests. He looked this way and that. Eventually, our gazes met. The glittering, pure-colored eyes fixed on mine.
こんにちは、お姉さん。マネージはもう見てきた？
You have a... God. Menage.
うん。レーブ移動遊園地の名物なんだよ。この奥にあるから、よかったら行ってみてね。
Thank you, I will. The rabbit bowed, waved his little hand, and then thought turned over to more guests. Sorry, I had a yawn. I wonder what it's like. Merry-go-rounds, that is. Menages varied a lot from park to park. I was curious to see this one and how it compared to my father's music box. If it's as popular as the rabbit says, I've got to see it. I set out on the path he directed me toward. It's just as the rabbit pronounced it, just J instead of G at the end. I feel like I understood less. Oh. The sun was beginning to set, dyeing the scenery in a golden tint. A pastel top and an array of colorful horses spun before me. Decorative glass gems twinkled in the sunlight. It can't be. I was awestruck. This menage was the spitting image of the one my father had made. Is this what he modeled the music box after? I never knew it was based on something. The menage came to a stop, and the riders alighted. My feet carried me forward all on their own. Every detail is spot on. It's my music box. It's like I'm seeing double. I reached my hand out to touch it. The cold metal chilled my fingers. Wait, why is it getting warmer? It happened before I could react. A blinding light flashed from the menage. But before I knew it, everything went white. The light had swallowed everything. Huh? How does one read that? What? Man E3? Huh? Man E3, what? I couldn't keep my eyes open. My heart pounded in my ears. Heat seethed inside me. What's happening? You can link in the Discord? I mean, go ahead. And then the heat vanished. Carefully, slowly, I opened my eyes. The light was gone too. I scanned the area out of pure confusion, but answers eluded me. Did I imagine all that? Well, I guess exchanged looks and tilted their heads.
今のは何だったんだ？
新しい演出かしら。
Evidently, I hadn't. I think I stared at the. You know what? Maybe it's time I gave up. Maybe it's time. I wasn't made out for French. The kids stared at the merry-go-round for a while before they lost interest and left. I should back away before it starts moving again. I managed to pry myself away from the ride. It put some distance between us. That's when I heard the footsteps. My heart nearly leapt out of my chest. I slowly turned around. There was a man in a pale purple hue suit and shoulder piece.
まさかまた君に会えるなんて。
Behind his dark white hair, he wore a complicated expression. You thought he'd never see me again? I'd never met this man in my life. And you are...
ヒューゴだよ。覚えていないかい？君に会うのは7年ぶりだから無理もないのかな。
Oh. My chest tightened. I'm sorry, but I don't remember much from back then. I explained the incident in the river and about my amnesia. I'm sorry. He frowned for a moment, but it was soon replaced with a kind smile.
いや、謝る必要はないよ、マドモアゼル。改めて自己紹介させてもらえるかな。
Please?
俺の名前はヒューゴ。このレイブ移動遊園地の園長だ。
So you run things here.
7年前はスタッフの一人だったんだけれど、おかげさまで出世してね。
There are sound clips in the page I linked in Discord if you click the audio icons. I don't know. Ugh, God. It's so damn cold. My body is like, I want to shut down. You don't mind either way, though. What, is it funny listening to me say it wrong? Very thanks. I'm glad I can be a source of entertainment for you. I'll just call it a merry-go-round. I did listen to it, but I'm like, you know what, at this point, just call it a merry-go-round and call it a day. Or a carousel. It all means the same thing. He winked playfully. Did you know my father by any chance? Florent was his name. He was an engineer.
残念ながらお父さんには会ったことがないな。俺が知っているのは君だけだよ。
I see. Considering the uncanny similarities between this carousel and my music box, my hopes had been somewhat high.
ところで今しがたマネージュに起きた異変、あの光は君が起こしたものだよね。
Well, I didn't have the first clue. To claim responsibility for it felt inaccurate to say the least. I apologize for touching the machinery, but I'm not sure what happened exactly. He offered a gentle smile.
安心して、責めているわけじゃないんだ。ただ君の力を貸してほしいと思って。
What do you mean? After glancing side to side, he leaned in and brought his voice down to a whisper.
君は魔女だろ。
I quickly drew back.
人は自分と違うものを怖がる生き物なんだ。お前がいい魔女だったとしても誰にも言うなよ。
Arno's words from earlier echoed in my head. No one can know, no one can find out. If this is an accusation, then you're sorely mistaken. I refuted him as firmly as I could. Monsieur Hugo appeared dejected. That's not the reaction I expected.
否定したい気持ちはわかるよ。でも頼れる相手は君しかいないんだ。俺たちはここで働く人間は魔法でこの遊園地に囚われている。それはとても強力な魔法で俺たちにはどうすることもできない。だから助けてほしいんだ。君の魔法で。
I don't know what to say.
分かっているよ。信じられないよね。
He grinned, although only barely this time. He seemed earnest to me, so I didn't think he was playing some sort of trick. Girl, you were... Oh god, here we go. Here we go. I swear. I'm having flashbacks to Despair drops last night. Bro told her to run to safety, and she said, "Nah, I'ma stay here, because if I go, it'll be like I don't trust in him." Yeah, like, no, bitch. Oh god, she had me stressed last night. Like, man, I'm still waiting for the day when we finally get a fucking human MC. I'm still waiting for the day. Ones that have common sense, that don't just stand there and be like, you know what, I'm gonna stay here and be by your side even if things go wrong. Like, listen. That's very stupid to do. Any normal human being would be like, oh shit, it's about to blow, let me go. I'm about to get out of here. Yelling at anime earlier because the characters are idiots. But no, that is often how the Japanese write them. Because the character actually did get on the MC's case in Despair Drops that I was talking about. I didn't get the entire conversation, but let me read this out to you, what he said to her. Because I was like, yes, tear into her, because my god, it was stupid. This might be like the second thing, but basically, in part of his little rant, he was like, what you wanted was salvation for yourself. You only wanted to be the kind of person who wouldn't abandon me to make yourself feel better. And I was like, yes, that is exactly what she did. Like, there was literally no point in her staying there. She didn't know how to disarm a bomb, but yet she stayed there. For no reason. She was Her presence there was meaningless. It helped none. And yet she wanted to stay there for her flimsy-ass reasons. I actually took pictures of them, actually. Her reasons. Not all of it, but some of it. I'm just like, this is the stupidest bitch I've ever... Well, no. They're stupider, but... Goddamn. So yeah, so she was like, I could never abandon him and run for my own safety. If I left behind someone who tried to save me and had shown genuine concern for me, I would lose my grip on something precious once again. Abandoning him to save my own life was heartless. I decided to stay. I had full faith in him. I felt that if I ran, it'd be like the last straw on the camel's back, declaring that Guy couldn't disarm the bomb, as if it was truly going to explode. That's her reasoning for not wanting to leave. And I sat there and said, you can still have faith in somebody to disarm the bomb while still taking yourself to safety. Oh god, she really pissed me the fuck off last night. Oh. Okay, anyway, let's get back to this. I'm expecting a whole lot of bullshittery from this MC too. Okay. But trapped? In an amusement park? He can't possibly think I can just believe that. He can't know what I am. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. The bell chimed, sounding the closing of the park and drowning out my words. People began funneling toward the entrance. I should be going. Huh? He grabbed my hand before allowing me to answer. Disgusting. Asked for consent. He didn't pull, though. He simply guided me as a gentleman would. And a real gentleman would ask for your hand and not just take it. So that's not a gentleman. We left the carousel and passed by a number of attractions. Before long, we'd arrived back at the fountain. It seemed what he wanted to show me wasn't inside the park itself. Once he made certain that all the guests had left, Monsieur Hugo passed through the gate. We were alone. Everyone had surely gone home by now. It was quiet. Not even birds filled the silence. He continued on the road back to town, never letting go of my hand. Excuse me? Where are we going? All that to say nowhere? It's like, sometimes when I listen to the Japanese voice acting, and then see the translation and it's just one word in English, and it's like, oh. All of that for one word. Or two. We stopped. Monsieur? Wow, kinky. I looked up at him as he unbuttoned his collar. A pale white circle glowed on his neck. Is that a chain? The light took the form of a collar. Attached to it was an ephemeral chain leading back into the park. I don't believe it. Magically trapped within an amusement park. It shouldn't have been possible, but here I was faced with reality. I couldn't deny what lay before my eyes. How did this happen?
こでの生活は充実していると言ってもいい。でももう何年もこの状態で、そろそろ解放されたいと思っているんだ。
Everyone's trapped like this? Not just you?
そうだよ。
He nodded. But magic is a force for good. I thought there were no bad witches. I find it hard to believe a witch would do this. Witches aren't supposed to be evil.
ああ、悪い魔女はいないよ。これは事故みたいなものだったんだ。
An accident? I was reminded once again of the Seine River. I had lost a lot that day, even if I didn't remember what exactly they had been. In addition to my father and the power I nurtured with my mother, I'd also lost an entire year's worth of memories. The people of the Rev had surely lost things themselves. They would continue to lose things so long as they remained captives. That's not what bondage means. The translation sure is something. Huh? What do you mean? I mean, I guess you could say captivity instead of bondage. Or, you know, being trapped.
大丈夫かい？少し怖がらせてしまったかな。
Yeah, because she actually used captive. I don't see why they didn't say captivity. Or they could have said like imprisoned. I think imprisoned would have worked the best. Because I mean that's technically what's happening. They are imprisoned in this place, you know. No, I'm okay.
それならよかった。俺の話はこれで終わりだよ。君に見せたかったものはこの魔法だから。
He stepped back, and the color in chain vanished in an instant. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I haven't drank anything today. I should do that. Oh. Sorry. After a short breath, the director faced me once again. Ooh, what was that voice crack?
もう一度だけ聞かせてほしい。
Sudden demon voice noises? I mean, that could be demonic whenever you want me to. I just choose not to be.
君は魔女だろう。
No.
人は自分と違うものを怖がる生き物なんだ。お前がいい魔女だったとしても誰にも言うなよ。
Arnold's words came to me again. Monsieur Hugo said witches aren't evil. If he believes that, then maybe. I took a deep breath, fingers trembling. I am a witch. A sigh of relief left his lips.
勇気を出してくれてありがとう。君が魔女で本当に良かった。
But I haven't been able to use magic for 7 years now. I'm not much of anything without that. He remained unfazed.
大丈夫だよ。君の魔法は眠っているだけだ。そうでなければ、あの時光は生まれなかった。
That was magic?
ああ、おそらくね。君の中の魔法とここに宿っている魔法が反応したからだと思う。さて、ここからが本題だけれど。
Is the audio too quiet for you guys? Because like every time I look over, it's like not going that high. Nope, it's the wrong button. I keep pressing the wrong damn button. But yeah, there's supposed to be balloons. But the balloon said, fuck all, mate. He clapped his hands together.
うちで働かないかい？君にはスタッフとして魔法の覚醒を目指してほしい。
I still think the BGM right now is just very soft, so it's not gonna go that high. Me? Work at the Rev?
もちろん報酬は出すよ。
I was speechless. I do love amusement parks. They remind me of Dad. It's not that I'm opposed exactly, I just...
考える時間が必要だね。
The pressure was at once alleviated. Yes, I will need to speak with people back home before making a decision. I couldn't go agreeing to such arrangements without at least consulting the Vincents first.
わかった。答えが出るまで待つよ。心が決まったらここへ来てほしい。
You said this was going from April 1st to June 30th, right? So I'm guessing we're going to be spending that time honing our magic and falling in love with one of the guys. How long is that? May. So it's like 2 months and like 29 days. I mean, I played a visual novel where somebody fell in love with someone within 3 days. So, you know, 2 months and 29 days. It's generous. I'm not joking. Literally, I was counting like the time. Because like after I finished it, I was like, hold on. If I do... It's only been 3 days? Like, I would say like most at least like span like a few weeks or so. 3 days in Vienna, that's enough to be married already? Oh, I would not put it past them if they had them get married. But no, really. It's like day 1. They obviously didn't know each other. And then like at the end of day 1, starting day 2, they knew each other. Day 2, they tackled the problem together. And then day 3, they're confessing their love for each other. I was like, oh my god. Which is why I do appreciate games that like at least span like a few months or so. Because it does feel like a reasonable amount of time to like actually develop something for somebody.
君のために門は開けておくから。
Thank you.
Au revoir, mademoiselle.
Au revoir, monsieur. Monsieur Hugo waved goodbye. No, waved me goodbye as I left. Bidding farewell, I started on my way home. Arno! I just got offered a job. The park soon vanished behind a veil of trees. Yet I remained in high spirits, like I was still there somehow, in that world of dreams. What a day it's been. I just told the first person outside the Vincent family about who I was. For the first time, someone had come to me for help. They needed my magic. If my magic really is just asleep, I have to wake it up. And there are people I could be helping. I want to be a kind witch just like Mom was. You know, it'd be funny if her mom was the one that cursed them. But then again, she said her mom died when she was like 3 or something, so probably not possible. Maybe it's like an aunt? Could be. Or a distant relative. Gas lanterns lit up the dark street. The warm glow almost seemed to call out to me, to guide me forward. My head remained in the clouds the entire way home. Once Arno had come home, I spoke with him about working at the park. I left out the part about my magic, though. I didn't want to worry him. Oh, this is Arno's room.
はあ、遊園地でスカウトされた？一日の大半は家に引きこもって本ばかり読んでるお前が？
You don't have to put it like that.
驚いたな。遊園地に行ってみたらって勧めたけど、まさかそんなことになるなんて。
Well, life happens in unexpected ways. Arno blinked several times.
それで何に悩んでるんだ？相談してきたってことは仕事に興味あるの？
Ooh, that is cold. What the fuck? I'd very much like to work at an amusement park like my dad did. But that takes time away from things I'd normally be doing to help. Cleaning, chores, and anything else that needs doing at home. It didn't feel right to run off when they'd done so much for me.
まあ、いいんじゃないか？
You don't? He acquiesced surprisingly quickly.
料理以外なら母さんに頼めるし、まあ家事全般が苦手だから不安はあるけど、なんならパリにいた頃みたいに家政婦をやってもいい。
Imagine being so rich. You can just hire a maid? I could only dream.
父さんからの仕送りでお金に困ってないからな。俺だって仕事して稼いでるわけだし。
Arno's smile quickly turned to a frown.
ただし、
Okay, I think I went too ham on the fucking background music. Hold on. Oh, that's fine. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to turn this back on. The adjust. Oops. Because the adjust, basically, almost mutes the background music so you can hear the voice acting. Gotta turn that shit back on. Goddamn.
とりあえずは遊園地がこの町にいる間だけだ。初めて働くわけだし、最初から深入りは禁物だからな。
Fuck you, I'm gonna get attached. Right, that seems fair. There was no guarantee my magic would ever awaken anyway.
それに、次どこへ移動するかもわからないしな。
He glanced outside the window and sighed.
母さんには俺から話しておくよ。お前は明日、ちゃんと先方に返事をするんだぞ。
You know what? I'm kind of curious because I feel like he's involved somehow. Cause hold on. What's the fuck? Oh, okay, so it's the B button. Thank you. Because it's like he also has like stars on him and like a shiny kind of thing. I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much, but they always somehow make everybody connect in some way. Maybe he like knew what happened 7 years ago. I don't know. But I know he knows something. I know he do. He's just not telling her. 'Cause he's like, oh, I just wanted to protect you. What do you mean protect me? This could have changed everything. I just didn't want you to go. Leave that decision up to me. I'm sorry. It's just it happens so often. That they're like, I hid this from you because I wanted to protect you. And it's like, but you should give me the right to decide what I want to do. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to like get comfortable. Well, I will. Thank you, Arno. The long day was finally coming to an end. Before bed, I picked up the music box from the dresser. I turned the key and listened to the melody as I processed the day's many events. It really had been like someplace out of a storybook. Oh good. Hold on. There we go. It's full of air. The attractions, the performances, the smiles everywhere you looked. And then there was the carousel, in its resemblance to this very music box. The light. My magic. The color of light around the director's neck, and the chain that held him captive. I could only wonder and hope my magic was there somewhere, waiting for me to wake it up. Give me strength, Dad. The strength to see this through. I hold the music box to my chest. Okay, time for bed. I had to get up early to visit the Rev. I needed to give them my answer. Rev. The next morning, I made for the park while the air was still chilly. The girl at the front wasn't there. The gate, however, was open, just as I had been told it would be. Unlike yesterday, silence filled the park. There were no kids frolicking around the fountain, no parents to scold them. My legs carried me further. They led me toward the carousel. We hadn't planned a meeting place, but somehow I knew I'd find him there. And there he was.
答えが出たんだね。
He noticed me at once. I do. I'd like to work with you, as long as the park is in Borg, of course. I mean, nope, at least that's the words.
ブランブールを離れたらお別れかい？
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. There's no telling how things will go with my magic after all.
それもそうだね。じゃあ。
Monsieur Hugo stepped forward and extended his hand.
短い間だけど、よろしく。
Likewise, Monsieur. They exchanged a firm handshake. I now had a job to do. I had to awaken my magic and free the people of... La foi du Rev. So rose the curtain on my new life. I could just call it the amusement park. Save myself embarrassment. I'm sorry, French speakers. I'm not the cultured streamer you thought I was.
夢うつつに重なる姿とらわれのイリュージョン惹かれ合う想いどこに出口のないマネージュ深く深いメイム腹で救い出してあげるからねこの夢は夢の
Fair dreams if you want a little. Thank you. Thank you. Just from now on, give me the literal translation, please. Because try as I might, I'm still gonna fuck it up. I just know I am. And I'd rather spare you guys of the terrible pronunciation. Get out of my window! Sorry. I've been dealing with birds all fucking morning. I woke up to them literally like banging against the goddamn window, the AC. I'm tired of them. Oh, we're on chapter 1. Yay!
スタッフになった君にはこの遊園地のことをよく知ってもらわないといけないね。
I'm trying to decide if I want to continue or not. Birds used to drive me crazy when I lived in the country. Problem now in the suburbs. And the thing is, I'm not even in either. You would think, like, you'd have more bird trouble when you're in, like, not an urban place. And the thing is, it's like, they don't normally... I think it might be because of, the current weather, that the birds are so insistent on being near windows. Because, like, on the daily, they usually don't camp out here. So I'm guessing it's the fault of the weather. That they're being so annoying. I can't wait for rain to wash off that grime on my window. I think a bird shit on my window. I can't tell if it's a from a pod or if it's like bird shit. Because they're both green. Ugh. I don't know. Do I want to continue? It's like I do, but don't at the same time. I don't know how to explain it. Oh yeah. I need to find the save. No! Because I did not save yet. Okay, so this is the love stuff. I love how they said nope. Funny as hell. I mean, yes, but I want to save. Oh, I have to find it. Nope, that's that. Here we go, I finally found it. And of course I saved in the wrong one. This is really painful not having the fucking balloons. Hold on. You know what? I know what I can do. Just for like future reference, I can take a screenshot. So I'll have it and know where I gotta go. You know what? I think I will end it here for today. I'm like really cold, and it's like taking everything in me to like keep my body awake. Oh, where is it? Nope, I just skipped over it. Okay, so you know what I could do? I could sit here and tell you guys about Desperatrops. I could do that. If you want, that is. It do be cold, yeah. So as I mentioned, Desperatrops. About the MC and the 6 others become wanted criminals, and they're on the run from the police. But the MC is wrongly accused of a crime. So technically she's not even a criminal, but that would be. Like I was saying before, the oh shit. I forgot I didn't get rid of my PC save file. I could have just done that. Fuck. Okay, here we go. The fucking balloons. I'll just screenshot this for next time. Okay, so it's all the way down there? Okay. Good to know. As I was saying, and so obviously, you know, over time, like she's, you know, like I was literally complaining about like the typical naive, self-righteous, wanting to like satisfy her own ego kind of person. Because obviously the other 6 are like actual criminals, and they're basically going through all this stuff, like stealing to survive and breaking and entering and whatnot, and she's just there the whole time like, what? You can't do that. And just like all this other, as one of the characters put it, sunshine and rainbows outlook on life. And I'm like, when are you gonna get it through your thick skull that this isn't your life? That's not your life anymore. Like, you are now a wanted criminal. You need to do what you need to do to survive. The police are not going to help you. Once they catch you, they're just going to throw you in jail. It's like the part that I'm up to, she's kind of finally getting into the groove of it, but even still, she still has like those thoughts of like, oh, we shouldn't do this and whatnot. And I'm like, man, you know what? Your ass should be left behind to get caught, because you really don't want to survive and prove your innocence, do you? Do you? Like I said, she is getting slightly better. But man, it felt so good to read that part that I read to you guys about, where he like got on her case like, you just want to feed your own goddamn ego. I was like, yes, please, because it's not even the first time she's done it. And like even before then, when she was just starting out with them, it was when they were like eating dinner together after like first fleeing from like their spot of being captured. One of the characters, he was like, oh, you should eat because, you know, you're gonna be on the run and you can't be on the run if you're like running on an empty stomach and stuff like that. And at first she was like, oh no, I can't because, you know, this is stealing other people's food. This is when she was like really like against like committing crimes and like that. She was like, oh no, this is other people's food. I'm not gonna eat that. I'd rather starve than do that. And then okay, switch that. So okay, so someone had made food from, you know, obviously the homeowners' stuff. They weren't there, obviously. Otherwise, they wouldn't have gone in there. And then that's when she said all that stuff about not wanting to eat it because it's somebody else's and eating it would be a crime. And then, I know I keep saying another character, because it's like, I don't necessarily want to get into their names. But I'll just say, Hat Guy. Hat Guy was like, oh my god, then just don't eat or whatever. And then the other character, I'll call him like Sneaky. Sneaky was the one encouraging her to eat. And then she finally folded like a fucking lawn chair. I was like, oh, okay. Because she was like, oh, how could I resist, you know, him being so earnest and whatnot. And then the part that I wanted to get to, but I kept getting things mixed up and whatnot. We'll call him, I guess aggressive. So Mr. Aggressive was like, you always do this. You always let people make decisions for you. And stuff like that. And I was like, oh shit. He called out all the fucking MCs that you see in Otome games. That's what they always do. They always let other people make decisions for them. And I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. This is gonna be great if we're gonna be calling her out on her bullshit. Yes! And it's like, it's happened a few times. Usually the culprits are Hat Guy and Mr. Aggressive. They're the ones usually calling her out for being naive and doing stuff that, you know, she really shouldn't be doing. So I was also very surprised when the otaku called her out on her, like, what was it again? Feeding her ego and whatnot. I was like, wow. Y'all are really digging into her. And like I said, despite not really vibing with the characters like I did with like the guys in like Genso Menage, I'm really enjoying this story overall. So that's why I stick with it, because I also do want to see it to the end and like know the truth of what the hell is going on. But yeah, it's just so satisfying It's so satisfying to have them called the fuck out. Oh my god. So yeah, that's mostly what I wanted to tell you about the Despair drops. So it's like, even if you do find yourself not completely in favor of the characters, the story is still pretty good. Actually, let me bring up the characters. I mean, you could probably tell who I was talking about the entire time. Based on the the nicknames I gave them. Where is it? Open image. Oh, this is large. Holy shit, can we back the fuck up? Alright, let me pull it up. I'll probably be covering her, the main character, but it's whatever. She's not important anyway. Oh, nope, never mind. Oh, because I didn't, scrunch it. Sorry. Okay, so these are the characters. Oh my god. Down. There we go. Okay, so like I said, you could probably tell who's who by the nicknames that I gave. Mr. Aggressive, Hat Guy, Sneaky. So yeah, these are the characters. So, obviously Hat Guy. So like, when I first saw that they were like doing Despair drops, I saw this character and I was like, is that a woman or is that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That was just me smacking my hands together. Nothing else, I promise. At first I thought, oh, this is either going to be a girl or a very interesting femboy. And I was really hoping it was the latter, but it turns out that this is in fact a girl. No doubt about it, unfortunately. Because if it was going to be a femboy, I was like, oh, I'm definitely gonna do their route then. But it's not, so it is what it is. Oh, hold on one sec. Why is it so quiet? But yeah, so it wasn't a femboy. So my wanting to do this character's route, I was like, nope, turn that 100 to down to like 40. Like, don't get me wrong, I still would have done it because I was willing to give it like some leeway. Because I thought, oh, maybe her personality would still be, you know, pretty nice. Not really. Like, it's not like her personality is bad, but she's very... how to put it? Because I told my friend I found her annoying. But I want to, like, give, like, a more descriptive reason for why. So these two are kind of the same, where they're, like, very upbeat and cheery. Oh, sorry. But, her, it's like... she acts way too childish. I think that's what it is. She acts very childish. I think that's mostly what it is, yeah. Too childish for me. I mean, she does, like, have her serious moments, like, when she's doing, like, her job. But, for the most part, if what I'm mostly seeing is her acting childish and very spoiled, for the most part, it's not really gonna fly. So that's why, even though I was still willing to give it a chance, I was like, nope, can't do it. Cannot do it. And then I remember when I first saw this guy, the hat guy, I was like, no. Like, all I did was take one look at him and I said no. He looks like a con man. And you know how con men are. Very, you know, they're just, like, naturally insincere and stuff like that. And even though he's not the kind of stereotype that, you know, that I usually say that I don't like playboys / the flirty types of guys, his insincerity still falls in line with them. And like I said, I can't stand insincere kind of characters. So that's why I was just like instantly like turned off from him. And I still am. Because like not only is he still very insincere, you can't tell when he's lying or being truthful. He's just straight up mean. Like, I appreciate it. When he's like using it to like call her out on her like naive bullshit. But he's also just mean sometimes for no reason. And it's like, dude, chill out. Chill the fuck out. You know what? Since I'm here, I might as well just talk about everybody. And then we have old man back here. Like, yes, he is an old man. I don't remember what they said his age was, but he's essentially the oldest in the group. I tend not to really go for like the older men. Not for like any like horrible reason, like I think they're like disgusting or whatever. It's just I don't vibe with them that much. But he is a pretty nice character, I will say overall. But again, not my cup of tea. Oh my god, these goddamn birds. Hold on. I need to go fucking... God, I wish I could just impale them. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, hello, I'm so sorry. You raided right as I left to go take care of some birds that keep appearing in my window. I'm so sorry. Hello everybody. Thank you for the raid, Yuki Ade. Thank you. So welcome everybody, my name is Ekiri Fawn. I am the story-loving Chi-Lin. Most of my content is around story-driven games, whether that be visual novels, RPGs, adventure games, what have you. That doesn't mean I don't play other games, but just letting you know what my main content is. So, welcome everybody, hope you are well. If you need to raid and run, by all means go ahead. And if you don't, hope you guys can, you know, chillax here while I talk about this Sparrow Drops and how I enjoyed the overall story, but the characters and like wanting to, you know, pursue them, not so much. Did you say birds? Yes, yes. Ever since I woke up this morning at like 9:30, birds have been literally like banging their beaks against my window the entire time. I'm very annoyed. Birds are evil. Yes, they're evil when they're disturbing your peace. Very evil. Sounds like they might be hungry. I mean, there is like, I don't know what they are, but they're like pods that like fall from the trees during this time of year. And I'm pretty sure that's what they're eating. But the fact that they have to bang their beaks against my window for that, it's kind of like, what are you doing? Get away. They always target your car. Oh no. Sus. But yeah, so I've just been chasing them away a little bit. During this entire stream. The spiders. It could be. Could be Spyper. Where did I leave off at? Oh yeah, him. So yeah. Again, not my cup of tea, but is a decent character. And then we have the other peppy, upbeat, slightly childish character, who I refer to as like Sneaky. Again, because of his job, what he does. Well, I am a fan of Twinks, I will say that. If you know me, you know I love me some Twinks, but the same reason with like Sally here. Just a bit too childish for me. And I also tend not to really vibe too much with like the cheery characters, because it's like, come on, you don't always have to like bring up the mood and stuff like that. Like sometimes it's okay to just not be that person and just also wallow in your own negative emotions. Like, come on now. So yeah, that's why I don't really vibe with him either. A lot of pigeons. Oh, you know nothing about this game? That's fine. A lot of people don't know things about visual novels, which is why I'm here to educate you and tell you about some good ones. That is my, well, I won't say my entire purpose, but one of my goals. Introduce more people to visual novels and help them understand why they should be played and enjoyed. You haven't played a visual novel? Well, that's fine. There's plenty of, like, ones you can get started with. There are, like, various kinds of visual novels. There's, you know, the standard, where you just read and make a choice. There's kinetic, where you don't make any choices, you just read straight through. I did do one some time ago, a kinetic, on stream. It was around the mulberry bush. I don't know if any of you guys remember that one. But yeah, that was pretty much a kinetic. You play a shooter? Oh, well that explains it. Never mind. I'm not saying people who play shooters can't get into visual novels. I'm just saying it's probably one of the reasons why you probably never really gave a visual novel a chance. Because again, like I said, it's mostly just reading, even though there's like some other things you can do with visual novels besides just making it like reading and choice based. There's like point and click and stuff like that. Having mini games in it. You can honestly do a lot with the visual novel. You just have to think about it. You don't like reading? Fair enough. Fair enough. And then we're on to this guy. He's the one that I called Otaku. And the moment I realized that he was, I was like, no. No. Because, like, him being an otaku is fine. But it's the fact that he started talking about being, like, some Earth Warrior of Love. And I'm like, okay, stop right there. Stop it. No. So him liking anime and manga was not the line that I drew. It was when he started referring to himself as some weird shit. Oh god. And then move on to the last guy over here. He is basically your standard quiet, silent type of guy who you don't really know anything about, and he doesn't really open up to you until, you know, much later when you're closer to him and whatnot. So yeah, you can kind of tell why I haven't really vibed with any of the characters, because they either have a trait that I just normally don't like, or they're a stereotype that I don't usually go for. You're back again! Oh my god, these birds. Interesting. I mean, listen. You yourself said that you're that you don't like reading, so you don't have to pretend that you're interested. It's alright. I watch anime but never played visual novels. Well, they're also separate things. Because not every visual novel has like an anime style to it. So yeah, that's basically it that I wanted to say for Despair drops. And then you like shonen, yeah. You seem like that kind of person. You like action. Alright, I think that's all I wanted to say, so let me see. What time is it? Almost 2. No, oh my god, stop. Let's see who is on. Oh, Fish! He's playing the Untitled Goose Game, so if that's something you're interested in, by all means, stay by Fish. If not, hope you guys have a good whatever time it is for you, and I will see you tomorrow. I think I'll be playing Long Gone Days tomorrow. I think. Yeah, I'll play it tomorrow. So, goodbye everybody, goodbye, have fun with